Today I want to take a look at some of the most recent, most popular, free-to-play action games on mobile. I have 10 games for you that are hot right now. Some of these titles are brand new, while others have been around for quite a while, but are still on the top of the charts. So let's take a look at what the best games are right now to play for free in the action category. We're starting off the list today with a handful of brand new titles, starting with Star Wars Hunters with 1 million downloads and 4.7 stars. This is one of the best strategy multiplayer MOBA style action games that you could play for free in the genre. It's brand new and fans are going crazy over this one. I'm talking about fans of the Arena Battler style game as well as fans of Star Wars themselves. This really hits and nails both of those categories. The gunplay inside of this game is actually quite incredible, intuitive, and comfortable, and the graphics are something that you would expect and love from a Star Wars style game. The gameplay is easy to dive into, yet difficult to master, and it's going to give you a nice sequence of playability when you first start playing, and of course get more difficult as time goes on. There's a 4v4 player battle that you can dive into and really take into some strategy that you need to use to be successful. Next up, we have Wuthering Waves, one of the games that so many people are talking about right now. It has 5 million downloads, 3.7 stars, and is an action role-playing game that is a single-player experience. This is one that everyone is saying is a Genshin Impact killer. I particularly love action RPGs, and this one offers us an open world action RPG experience. There are many games like it, such as Genshin Impact, Aether Gazer, and even in some types of way Honkai Star Rail, but this is a really beautifully done action RPG in a nice anime format that people are dying over right now, being one of the most popular games to play. And then there's Squad Busters, the newest Supercell game with 10 million downloads, having the most so far on today's list, and only 2.7 stars, highly beaten up on based on its gameplay and pay-to-win mechanic, quotes, but it is really actually quite a good casual game to dive into, brought to us from a Supercell universe. I actually just put a video out yesterday talking about why this game is so beaten up by the community. I actually think that it's quite good, where you're going to be able to put your squad together and as the match goes on, make your way closer and closer to the center of the map, fighting over gems, and whoever has the most gems at the end of the match is the victor. There are many different strategies you can use to build up your squad effectively, and different characters you can use, all with different abilities. The game's actually quite fun. I enjoy it very much, and I could actually highly recommend this one. The rating of 2.7 is a bit critical in my opinion. I think the game is quite a bit better than that. Remember to use code ECHO in all Supercell games. Funny thing is, the next game in the top 10 here today is another Supercell game, and one that has been around for quite a while now, approximately 5 years. I'm talking about Brawl Stars. It has 100 million downloads, 4.3 stars, and it is the most popular Supercell game right now. Inside of Brawl Stars, you have the choice of many different brawlers to choose from, all with different abilities and capabilities, and you're going to team up with teammates in groups of 3 to play a variety of different game modes. This is very much so a skill-based game, and each brawler is going to take techniques that you will master over time and really be able to work well together with your teammates to be successful. Brawl Stars is an esports and is great as a casual game as well. Definitely one of the best on today's list. Remember when Among Us was huge? Like in the days of COVID, when everyone was kind of lonely and looking for that friendship and seeing friends that they haven't hung out with for a while because we were all stuck inside. Well, Among Us was the game that brought people together during that time, and I'm actually surprised to see this one in the top 10 for most popular action games. This one also seems more like a party-friendly game than an action game, but either way, it has 500 million downloads and 3.8 stars, and is actually still a very fun experience for you to play, specifically if you're looking for a party-style game that you could team up with friends or with people you know and try to get through, well, the gameplay that you get from Among Us. Definitely a casual, yet at the same time, quirky kind of game that's just straight up a lot of fun. I bet you never expected Snake.io to be on today's list, but here it is. With 100 million downloads and 4.4 stars, This is surprisingly one of the most popular action style games on mobile right now, which is pretty insane because of the simplicity of the game. But when I think about what my kids play on their iPad, this is one of the games, so it definitely has something going on there. As bad as it sounds, your snake will grow and get longer and longer as time goes on, and what you need to do is eat other snakes or take them out along the way and grow from eating their corpses. Sounds pretty brutal, but it's really not presented in that way. It's actually quite an addicting game that is a ton of fun. Die Again Troll Game Ever has 5 million downloads and 4.7 stars, and it's a very simple game. What you're looking at here is a 2D platformer style that's easy, but not easy to win. It's got thousands of traps and over 120 levels. When you're looking for just a casual yet fun puzzle style game, this is something that could be right up your alley. These are great time killers. Again, I probably wouldn't call this one an action game, but the Play Store does. So, well, I guess they win because they're the Play Store. But definitely a fun and brutal death-style game. As you can see, traps will pop up everywhere, and you can never anticipate where your next step will go. Call of Duty Mobile has been on so many of my videos over the years, and it still is today because it is in the top 10 action mobile games that you could play for free. We're in Season 5 and the game has 100 million downloads and 4.3 stars and is still to this day my favorite mobile shooter. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on console, Xbox specifically, is still one of my favorite shooters of all time, and this title very much reminds me of that game. Whether you're looking for battle royale style games, zombie mode, or your traditional team deathmatch, free-for-all, or even domination matches, this game has all of it. The graphics are incredible, the gameplay and controls are awesome as well, easy to dive into, and there's a lot of new material all the time inside of the game. I absolutely love this one. I pick it up from time to time just to feel the nostalgia of COD. And then you have Free Fire, because it has to be on today's list with numbers like this: 1 billion downloads and 4.1 stars. The most downloaded game on today's list. It's a battle royale style shooter that's actually quite popular outside of the United States. In the US, players will typically choose to play Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG Mobile instead, but Free Fire has its following for sure. With similarities very much in line with PUBG Mobile, Free Fire is a great game that people do enjoy, continuously gets updated, and if you're looking for a battle royale style game with a really large community, this is one that you just can't ignore. I mean, it does have the most downloads and possibly the most active player base. The App Store doesn't lie, and neither can I. And that's why Bowmaster's Archery Shooting is on the list here today. With 100 million downloads and 4.3 stars, this is the 10th most popular action game that you could find on the App Store today. Why? Not because of the amazing graphics, not because of the in-depth gameplay, but because of the ease and cuteness of this game that has addictability written into its code. It's a casual yet brutal style game where you're simply going to shoot arrows at your opponent across the map and try and take them out before they do the same to you. Definitely fun, definitely a time killer, and obviously very popular amongst the community. I hope you guys enjoyed your stay with me here in today's video, as I enjoyed sharing all of these games with you. My favorite game that I'm playing right now is actually called Diablo Immortal, which I have a second channel for called Echo Gaming Diablo, where I play Diablo Immortal every single day. If you're into that title, be sure to come check me out. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video and are always trying to keep up to date with what's new on the mobile gaming scene or even the free-to-play Steam scene, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that I can see you back here tomorrow.